Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. What a load of rubbish. Let's have a quick chat about these KO2s. And you know, I'm just going to tell you the truth exactly how it is. This vehicle, this one here, brand new, 22 Prado, it's done 6,000 kilometers, okay? 6,000 kilometers. These brand new tyres have been on for 5,000 kilometers. Now I'm going to give you a couple of bits of information here, the truth about how they're wearing, because there's comments like, oh, since they've been made in Thailand, they're rubbish and they're wearing out in 30,000 Ks and they're gone. Now, just a quick reminder in the comments, guys, don't bother putting any swearing, because usually it's not going to get up there if it's got swear words in it. It's going to be alert, see you later, gone. But we're going to show you the truth. Now, after 5,000 kilometers, let's have a look. Now, let's have a look at these tyres. I'll just rub this dirt away a little bit. Now, can you see that little mould mark? It's like a tiny little line in the tyre. Right, can you see that? Anyway, might be hard for you to see. But look, if you've got that there still in 5,000 Ks, that means the tyres are hardly wearing. Now, they're the back tyres. They haven't done much dirt road or off-road. Off-road rips the tyres to pieces, and we'll get to that a little bit later in the video. And this is just going to be a short one, so stick around. I'm also going to show you how you know if your wheel alignment's okay without getting your wheel alignment checked by someone that might tell you it's not okay and adjust it and make it not okay, because that's the problem these days, all right? So when these tyres are new, they've got this little, on the side, you'll see on every second one, right? You'll see that little line there. It's like really flat, but that gives you an indicator of how much your tyres are going to wear. Now, when these are new now, the tread depth, I think it's 11.8 millimeters. So that little ridge there, if that little ridge, those two ridges I've just shown you aren't wearing in 5,000 kilometers, then 11.8 mil of tread's going to last bloody ages. So no, they're not wearing down to nothing in 30,000 Ks. That's rubbish. Now, let's look at the front now just quickly, because the front's going to tell a story, because what happens, the front goes around corners. So it's got a lot more braking, steering, and cornering going on. So you're going to get more wear. What wears your tyres is cornering, braking, heavy use, heavy treatment. You know, you're going around roundabouts, this sort of thing. So yeah, sit tight. Can't wait till we get to the left-hand front, because it's always the worst. But let's have a look and see what we got on the right-hand front. Bit of a line there. Is it gone? Might be gone. Almost gone. Can you sort of just see that line there? You know, you can sort of just see right there. It's about 5 or 6 mil in from the edge. Now, they're all going to be the same. Doesn't matter which. If you go back to this one, each tyre, this one's going to be the same as that one. See, same thing there. You can see just the end of it just there, right? That shows us if we keep driving in a straight line, highway Ks, that the tyres are just not going to wear out. They're just going to last. They're going to last 100,000 Ks or longer. So understand that driving straight. Let's have a look on the inside edge. It's going to be hard to see. I should have turned the light on, shouldn't I? Right, let me turn the inside edge. I don't know if we can see anything there. Is that a slight line just there? Right, it is a little bit, right? So same thing on the inside edge and the outside edge. What does that tell us? Our tyre's pointing straight down the road. We've got a car and a tyre and a suspension system and all the components in good condition. Everything's tracking well. The tyre's wearing evenly, okay? There's a little bit more wear on the front than the rear, and that's why you're meant to rotate your tyres front to rear every about 10,000 Ks, you know. But I'm not going to waste time on this and tell you it doesn't matter whether you do it every 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20 or whatever, depending on the life of the tyres, what vehicle. The shorter the life of the tyres, if you've got a low profile passenger vehicle tyre that's only going to last 50,000, really important that you do it every 10,000. If you've got a four-wheel drive tyre that might last 100,000, you can get away with every 20,000 you get it, divide it by whatever, it all depends on how bad the wear is. If there's no wear, there's no point rotating the tyres, is there? Now let's go around and have a look at the passenger side front. Straight to the front, that'd be boring. Let's have a quick look at the back. We know what we're going to see. Let's clean these bits. We're in a gravel car park at the moment. You can see the edge. See that edge there? That edge moulding, what I'm talking about? 5,000 Ks, it's still there. Right, let's go and have a look at this front one. This is going to be the worst, right? We'll clean a couple of them off. Kind of just gone. I've got to tell you, I've been monitoring this, and for the simple reason I want to know, this vehicle's never had a wheel on it since new in 6,000 Ks. It's had a slight suspension lift, 50 mil at the rear and about 20 at the front. And the reason is because we load it up for touring. It's our touring vehicle, and when we load the rear up, probably goes down to 40 mil, and because a lot of the weight is behind the rear axle, it pops the front up a little bit, and we don't want to be one of those. There's way too many Prados going around with 70-80 mil lift at the front. It's no good for the suspension, the handling, it's all wrong, and of course they're squashed down at the rear. It's all set up wrong. That's why, if you can be patient, just get me to select your springs and you'll have the best possible outcome. This is what we specialise in. Anyway, you can see because of the roundabouts in 5,000 Ks, and even though I sort of try and take it easy, you're doing a lot more right turns and roundabouts, and that's why. And the other thing is people tend to go faster on the right-hand turns because you're not on that side of the vehicle, right? So when you're on a left-hand turn, you're the one looking at what you're going to hit, if you know what I mean. Like, it's hard to explain, but people that drive fast, they tend to go faster turning to the right because they've got all that protection, the left side of the vehicle, between them and whatever they might hit, if you know what I mean. So it's just a fact that they tend to go faster on the right-hand bends and turns than the left-hand turns. Ongoing problem, rocks getting stuck in between treads, making noise, annoying as well, right? Now, let's have a look on the inside. Let's see if we can see something, because I've been monitoring this, is what I was saying, 2,000 Ks, 3,000 Ks, whatever the case may be, and until recently, I could still see that line there. Now, the tyre wear is beautiful. There's no wear, but we've just, oh, look, there's a slight bump there. I can feel it. I don't know if you can see it. See, can you see it? I'm having trouble with the light myself, trying to see what's on the screen there, but I'm pretty sure we've got a line just there, haven't we, right? So same as what we had at the other side. Now, over this side, we've cleaned too. Oh yeah, you can sort of just barely kind of, look, it's just gone. So my point is, what have we learnt here? We've learnt that in 5,000 Ks of normal driving on a blacktop roads and, you know, your normal roundabouts and turns and that sort of thing, the tyres are hardly worn. So does that equal to you that these Thailand-made tyres, let's have a look. Does it say on this side? I think it's on the other side. It says where it's made. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on the other side. I'll have a look anyway, put it later in the video, but they're definitely made in Thailand. I've got an old Thailand one on the back that's done 60,000 Ks of outback, so we can show you again where they are. This is actual fact information, so be careful what you read in the comments. That may be one person's experience. Maybe they had really bad wheel alignment, bad tyre pressures. I don't know what they've done, because we give these tyres punishment and we're going to get lower Ks than anybody else. Now, when I say that, right here this time, 5,000 Ks, this is the best possible treatment. Good tyre pressures, okay? Now, the other thing to look at is, if you want to measure your tyres, is you can measure here and measure in the middle and make sure it's even. If you've got 10 mil here and 12 mil there, you've got your tyres overinflated. You're going to need to drop PSIs out. If you've got 12 here and 10 there, you probably need to check your wheel alignment or put some more air in there. If it's even both sides, it's probably tyre pressure. If it's on one side, it's going to be wheel alignment. This isn't about wheel alignments. This is about BFGs and people talking about how good or bad they are, and we're just giving you the fact of the matter. 5,000 Ks, you can see they're not even wearing. My calculation would be, if I kept driving like this without going off-road, these would last over 100,000 kilometres, no problem. Now, note, the KO2s, when they came out, the supplier told us that they've got 100% better off-road wear, and I think what that means is, we used to see the KOs, they used to chip, and I'm not saying these don't, like any grippy tyres, they used to chip and get torn up a lot more. The story is, these do it less, but look, we don't know about that. Anyway, it's all getting pretty boring now, so what I want to show you finally is the last tyre. Now, this is a tyre off one of the other Prados that comes on trips with us, and from memory it's done 60,000 or a touch over. And what these tyres do is mainly short trips to the gym and back, the shops and back, that sort of thing. When I say mainly, that's mainly what they do when they're home, but mainly the majority of what this tyre's done, as you can see, is trips. It's a Prado, and a Prado is for touring Australia. It's for the outback. If you're not traveling the outback or traveling and using the vehicle to travel and get around, you should probably have a Camry or something like that, and probably a hybrid or a Corolla, the smallest possible car for the best possible efficiency. Now, this has done heaps of dirt roads. These tyres specifically came off a 15,000 K trip where they were on the rear without the centre diff lock, so there's the rear's spinning, they're basically turning and getting chopped up right now. This is how much they really get chopped up. This is fact of the matter. These tyres have done 2 trips from Victoria up to WA, across the Gibb and that sort of thing. Lots of outback dirt roads other than that, you know, South Australia, New South Wales, heaps of outback dirt roads. I'm talking thousands and thousands of kilometres. These tyres would be some of the most punished tyres outback travelling you could find. This is reality. This is what you get at 60,000 Ks, right? Yeah, they're pretty worn. They've got, if you measured it, you'd probably find 5 mil, 4 mil, things like that. Depends where you measured. You can see a bit of the wheel element not quite right. There's a little bit of feathering going on there. It's a little bit high at this side, low at that side, whatever. Because, you know, when the suspension gets hot, it doesn't work too well and wheels are sort of jumping around a bit all over the joint. But 100% reliability, no punches, no failures out of all. The majority of the people on our trips and these tyres we see, they're reliable, they're the most reliable, they're really grippy. That's why they chip. Grip equals chip. Do you get that? If there's no grip, then it just slips. No grip equals slip, grip equals chip. Got it? Right? So, because it's gripping and then it kind of slips and then you get a chip, right? As opposed to a tyre that doesn't grip and it just slides straight over and of course you don't get a chip. So it depends whether you want grips and chips or whatever. So I hope you like the genuine information. Just wanted to show you a bit of an update. In case you missed the message in all the other videos, it's worth subscribing and turning the bell on because there's a lot of people that want to get injector kits, and at the moment we're on break. We're on break, I'll tell you, until we're back on deck the 26th of April, right? 26th of April, first thing in the morning, 8 AM, I'm going to get smashed on all your injector kits. We've had dozens and dozens of people asking for injector kits like usual, but as I said in all the announcements on our Facebook pages and on our groups, VIP group included, all that sort of thing, it's worth being on all of our groups and pages and subscribe, turn the bell on our YouTube channels. We said we're going to be taking a break. We do way too many days and hours and we need a good break every now and then. That's what we're doing now other than this video. So just wanted to show you that. The fact of the matter with it, it's all going to depend how you use the tyres. They're going to last minimum 60,000 Ks if they're looked after and hammered. And if you look after them even more, you can see what's been happening on this vehicle. They would last into the 6 figures, thousands of kilometres. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. A lot of awesome, genuine information. Smash that like button. Catch you on the next video. See ya.